Aviation in Enugu. As so many of you know, we have been following the Enugu International Airport for the last 371 days. 371 days. I have followed the airport for 371 days. 371 days of my life, 1 year and 1 week, I have dedicated to seeing that Enugu International Airport becomes functional. It appears we are getting to the end of that. Now there is it calls for celebration, but not yet uhuru. This evening we went to the Enugu International Airport. A lot is happening. Now, to my greatest surprise, if you know, I brought us the status of the Enugu International Airport, the status on Monday. And between Monday and today, being Saturday, that's 5 days. The government or the PW, the Enugu State Government, NEMA, and Federal Airport Authority, in 5 days, have done what they couldn't and what they've been unable to do in 2 months. Doesn't that confirm to you that if we really want to do something, we will? On Monday, I was still saying that the airport will not open. But the airport is ready to open. Sadly, for many of you who have watched me, you can go to my conversation with Engineer Chris Okoye. You will see that the airport would open tomorrow by 10 o'clock. And subscribe to this channel. We will be bringing you the live update tomorrow. Enugu International Airport is live and direct. So I'm going to show us this video. This video is the collation of videos we've collected today and the ones we shot at the airport. It's when I look at the runway at the Enugu International Airport, it's Aviation International Airport, Enugu. It's slightly something that you can say it is an unbelievable sight that something like that could actually just appear. I talked about the shoulders. The shoulders at the Enugu International Airport wasn't done, but as I speak to you, the shoulder at the airport is done. Partly. The markings at the airport is done. Yes, it is already done. And at the same time, the airfield lighting, we have the ILX already installed. The ILX, that is the instrument landing system, is already installed. The major part of the night landing lights, according to Engineer Chris Okoye, is still being manufactured in Germany and will be installed between September, that means end of September and October. But the airport is ready for us to use. And I will show us a clip of the first aircraft that came in there with the minister. The minister himself landed at this international airport today. At the same time, Chief Engineer Atoeze Nugbo also landed at this airport today. I am excited, by the way, to note that this airport is now ready for use. However, the category 1 that we still need, the category 2 that we need for this airport will be after the testings now. Let me show us these fantastic clips, So this is the invitation here for this international airport from the Honorable Minister of the Honorable Minister of Aviation. You can see that this airport is being done. Here is his own tweet where he says that Enugu Runway is excellent riding quality. We will commission it for general purpose to tomorrow. So you can see that a plane, you know. So let me move this here, sorry, a little bit, so you can maybe easily see that. Yeah, this is the landing. You know, that's the runway. You see how beautiful the runway is now. This is the minister, but the shoulders, pay attention on your left. You know, I have eagle eye, I have eyes for details. So this is the runway today. Now that runway is 3.6 kilometers long. 3.6 was extended as well. For the first time, we have those concrete ends, 2 concrete ends. That's the first time that was done. Again, the fencing of this airport is also concrete. Total parameter fencing of the airport is 9 kilometers. 7 kilometers of pure concrete fence, not blocks, not the way you do your block. No, not block work. Concrete, casted. No, now put atop each other. And this is the airport. You know, you can see the videos we were able to capture the runway. I mean, obviously the terminal building is not done. Okay, it's a lot of cosmetics is ongoing there. Cosmetics, painting, toilet refurbishment, which is not going to be finished by tomorrow. The entrance toll gate is still on. It's not going to be done. But for the first time, at least the last 2 days, they've been working really day and night. You ask yourself, if you had worked day and night since 2 months, by now everywhere will be looking like, you know, if they kidnapped you, you would think, oh, you were somewhere in Heathrow or somewhere, you know. But why do you have to wait for so long to get to this point? Why do you have to wait for so long? Suddenly, the shoulders are now being done, and we are happy that the airport is now ready for use after 371 days. You know, when I started this campaign, honestly, I never knew in my wildest imagination that after 3 months, I was thinking it's something I could do for maybe about 90 days. I never knew that the Nigerian government and, you know, the way we do our things will really push me. But again, I'm not taking credit. So you see, that is the first aircraft that landed at the Enugu International Airport. Isn't that sweet, people? Our campaign has paid off. But if you look at the surroundings, you will understand what I mean. The surroundings is still like typical Nigerian stuff. Let me pan to the left. So you will see when Ateze and the Minister of Aviation comes out. Again, this is a statement that Ateze is making. You remember the Ateze with the statement he made with Obiano with the Igwes. Now Ateze is, I believe this is a political statement. Again, almost like launching the airport new. That's what it is like. Look at, okay, hold on here, people. Again, I've said this before and I will repeat it again. When I looked at this fire truck, when I look at the engineering section at the airport, when I look at that stuff, I said to myself, people, we can do better. We can do better. These fire trucks, I hope, I have a different video where I have the fire trucks. I won't show that for now. Let me not spoil our mode. We are in a mode to say that at last, after 371 days, this is what other nations do overnight. Other nations do them in 1 month. In hours, the fastest we've done is 40 days for Abuja. Engineer Chris corrected me saying that why hours has gone beyond that. Abuja was only runway resurfacing, but here you have parameter fencing, you have um, excavation at the runway, you have runway extension, the width, the length, and you had other renovations with the entrance as well. That is the toll gate. Okay, so but again, that's my observation. I'll talk about my observation, because if you look at the other truck on the left side of that aircraft, you know, if you look at that on the left side of that aircraft, you will see that that truck doesn't, I'm just using an eye gauge. I don't know the type of engine, but that truck, I think we need something more befitting. But the excitement here is that for the first time, plane is landed here. Yeah, it's like in a ceremonious mood now. So this is the only thing, this is the only channel, no channel in this world, not even in Nigeria, has dedicated time and resources to the Enugu airport. Now you see how there's a coming down. They call him Ozibo. That's the one on the brown suit, coat like me, men with no hair. The only thing is maybe he might have some more coins than I do, but I don't have free oil bill. So I said that I give to him. If I had my free oil bill, I would probably be. That's on a side track. But excitement here, you can say that I am really excited that the airport. Again, I must use the opportunity to thank my greatest thank you goes to Engineer Chris Okoye, who has been supervising this. By his engagement is the reason why we actually have something done. And thanks goes to the President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as well. That is in the person of President Muhammadu Buhari. Hate him or like him, he had the opportunity not to make the funds available, and heaven will not fall. But he chose not to. He made the funds available, and here we are. The Enugu International Airport is being reopened. On another note, you will see that's Hadi Sirika here. That's there. Now shaking hands. So what we've done here, let me explain. What we've done here is, this is the car park. The car park was actually, the lines you can see today was actually marked today. So that's what I was saying. I'm saying. So anywhere you see, I know those of you in Twitter, when they will get the Azikiwe International Airport to tell you that, oh, this is how the Enugu Airport looks like, tell them, Mazezoke said, they lie. They lie. This is how the Enugu Airport is. What you're looking at today was taken around after 7. This video was recorded around after 7 at the Enugu International Airport. I would have done this video earlier than this. The reason why I'm not doing it is I was in a Southern Kaduna conference, which some of you on this channel must have watched. That's why I'm not, I didn't do that before now. But when you look at this, you understand what I mean. There is nothing much happened here. By tomorrow, we will give you more comprehensive videos. But for now, for those of you on Twitter demanding that I show these sections, for now, it's for you to understand what's actually happening here. Okay? So I hope that explains it, because the canopy, the blue canopy you see over there, is what I do not understand if that is the canopy installed for the ceremony tomorrow, because the minister has been here in Enugu. So I don't know if that is there installed temporarily, or is that being installed just for the event tomorrow. Okay, so let me go back to that video and bring this, allow that to go. So you can see the car park now. This is the Enugu car park, right? Again, it didn't change much. So don't expect a brand new car park. According to my interview with engineer Chris Okoye, who is the chairman at Caribbean International Airport Rehabilitation by the Southeast Governors Forum, this terminal is, I think Enugu State government is spending about 200 million to renovate inside the terminal, not the federal government, take note. The outside the terminal here, as you're looking at it, that's the way it is. There is nothing else to show. But the main thing that this government have done is the perimeter fencing, which they've done, and they've done a fantastic job. It must be said as well. The perimeter fencing with the concrete, that's 9 kilometers, and 7 kilometers of pure concrete, and 2 kilometers of concrete with what they call wire gauze, or with metal. Let's check more further. You see, they are testing. Can you see that light? Let me go back a little bit. You see, that's funny. Can you see that light sparkling there? That's no fireworks. That is welding machine. They are working even as we speak now. And that's my question. If they could do this now, why didn't they do it all this while? You see my argument sometimes why it appears I get angry, because we appear to do the right things at the wrong time. And probably that's why things never work in this kind of place. We are doing the right thing at the wrong time. By now, if it was a functioning country where people use their number 6 and where things are done right, in the last 2 weeks, what we should be seeing is cleaning, using jet wash to wash the floor. Like the entrance of that airport, if you go past the toll gate, what we should be seeing, because there is no resurfacing done. In the videos I've shown you guys in July and August, the video of the entrance where you saw a lot of excavation done for the guttering, or the what's it called, the water channel. What they should have done by now is to use like jet wash to wash those places. Even this car park should have been jet washed before, in order to make it put some efficacy to it. Okay. Oh, there, somebody's already giving me thumbs down. Is it thumbs down for the video? Is it for Buhari or is it for me? I don't know. Please don't kill me. What I'm doing is just to report to my brothers and sisters who are in the diaspora, who want to come home for Christmas. I know many people who couldn't come home last Christmas because this airport was closed. Now we have COVID. COVID is, we are, beginning to accept the reality that we have to live with COVID. So that means we will begin to fly again, but now being conscious. And here you are. This is the car park once more. So you see that the light there, you see that sparkling there is welding, not knockout, or not any fireworks. So this is the runway. This again was taken around 8 o'clock this evening. About 2.5 hours ago was when we took this on the runway. We wanted to be double sure. There are risks involved, but hey, for our people, we are willing to do that, because obviously everyone has been waiting and exciting to see. So you can begin to see some lights, at the airport, and you can see those white canopy there, and that plane that landed earlier. That's the plane now parked at the tarmac, and that canopy you see over there is for the ceremony tomorrow. So that's for sure. I mean, that's for sure. That's what I've been told. That canopy uh, is for that celebration tomorrow, right? So you can see that's indeed how it is now at the Enugu International Airport. You can see the runway markings is already there. One thing that is missing is we eventually there is no numbering. I mean, we can look at the 08, 26, runway 26 and the runway 08, but the carts are not yet there. Normally, from top, you will see which category the aircraft is. The good thing here is if within the next 2 weeks, according to what I was told, so if within the next 2 weeks, according to what I've been told, um, if everything works all right, if we get Cat 2 certification for that airport, that means it's no longer Ethiopian airline that would land in. So for some of you that want to send me personal question before, afterwards, please don't. I'm trying to make this clarification because many of you have asked me that. According to what I was told, the moment this Enugu International Airport gets the Cat 2 certification, then many airlines, European airlines, Southeast Asia airlines will begin to fly into Enugu. It's no longer going to be only Ethiopian airline, and that is the fantastic news. Again, there is no need here hating because you can give it if we get these certifications. It means a lot. Then the question you ask yourself, for those of you who normally say, "Oh, don't give credit to whom credit is due," I think on this note I disagree. I mean, you know, I disagree. What is happening here is that whoever credit is due should be given. Question remains: why did we not? This airport was actually operating. One of the staff said it was operating with no certification. The other said it was, engineer Chris Okoye said it was operating with provisional certification. Now, not only that the runway was wrong, not only that things weren't done right, but at the same time, even the certifications. So that is only when I began to make this research and make these findings that I actually began to understand why there are no other international airlines here. Because no international airline would have landed in Enugu the way it was before now. Whether you like Buhari or you don't like Buhari, give it to him. I say, thank you. We had people before him, we had people before Hadi Sirika, they couldn't do it. In my place, they say, na eto onye akedi ogwoto ozo. The new airport terminal is stopped. Therefore, if what I was told is correct, and I have no reason to doubt it, the condition, what is holding, why the Chinese construction company is not doing the new Enugu International Airport Terminal is the counterpart funding the federal government ought to pay for Abuja and Port Harcourt. They haven't paid the Chinese. Now, we have no oil to sell. Corona is here. Our dollar to naira is 477. So it's, the resources is virtually gone. If we do not pay the Chinese, at least the counterpart funding, what Engineer Koye is suggesting to the minister is, can Hadisirika go back to the Chinese and renegotiate and negotiate ask them and beg them. We don't have money, yes, but if we are able to pay you what we owe you in in Abuja and Port Harcourt for you to complete those, can you please, now na beg with the beg, can you please go to Enugu and finish Enugu? We'll find a way to pay you. When I listened to this, it sounded like a normal Nigerian, the way you do business. You owe me money. After a while, I said, I can't pay you, but I can pay you. It sounded like the way we treat our contractors. If you have a counterpart funding, certain amount you need to pay for Port Harcourt and for Abuja Airport, you couldn't meet up. Now, they stopped work because after all, they finished Port Harcourt, they finished Abuja, but their money, you are not giving them their money. So they stopped work in Enugu. So that's why Enugu is not there. So by the time, by God's grace, before the year runs out, if Nigeria is able to pay them for Port Harcourt and Abuja, if they come back to Enugu, again, you thank the president. Because why didn't the former people finish it? There is limit, my people. Now, you see, I'm talking to us. Again, it's very hard for me. I don't give undue praise. Neither am I praising anybody on this, but I want also to state facts. I say this because of the comments some of you are making. Whether you like it or not, President Muhammadu Buhari could have ignored you, not heaven wouldn't fall. We can only shout, and so what? But hey, kudos to him. Please like the video, smash the like button. Those of you giving thumbs down, is up to you. If you're Onyibo, you must be grateful. We must be happy. I am happy. But my happiness is not entirely complete until we get the certification. I was hoping that from tomorrow I will just raise my hands up and rest. But the way it is now, my campaign must continue. I can't rest until the certification is granted. Then we go into the next phase, which will be to begin to woo other international airlines. The airlines we wrote 3-4 years ago to come into Enugu, and they told us they can't. But now we understand the reason why they can't come into Enugu. Enugu is a viable route, by the way, if you don't know that. Enugu is a viable route. It's better than most of the I think the only better route than Enugu is Lagos, Abuja, maybe Kaduna. That's all. Which other route? Oh, well, Port Harcourt, yeah, because of oil installations. But Enugu is a viable route for international, and that's it's a very sane place to land in Igbo nation. I'm really excited to jet out of here from Enugu and come back into this place from anywhere I'm coming from. Because that is the dream. That is the dream that people who are in London can always, if they finish work on Thursday, they can take Friday off normally and leave London on a Thursday night. Friday morning, you're here, do your activities. Sunday evening, you jet out. Or Sunday morning, you jet out again. And by the way, according to Engineer Chris Okoye now, they are also doing the cargo terminal. Do you know what that means? It's going to change the face of the Igbo nation, and it's going to change the face of Enugu, where cargoes will now come in. Many people go to China, they want to cargo, they can only cargo to Lagos. Now imagine you cargo into Lagos. This is something you are selling in Alberta. You cargo in Lagos, you go there, you clear in Lagos, then you will start from Lagos, start sharing money. What sort of nation functions in that way? Because you are afraid of a people. Again, when you just oppose these things, the economic value of the Enugu International Airport, and the reason why I keep hammering on it is it will create employment. Right, left, center, hotels are springing up in Enugu around the airport. Of course, people would, ideally, if you're coming from maybe Anambra or from Imo, you want to jet out, you want to go to America, you can come into Enugu a day before, look around Enugu and enjoy yourself. Spend your money within the Igbo nation. But when you do the same, if you're coming in through Lagos or through Abuja, that means you're adding 2 days to your trip. But the moment this airport happens, you no longer need to do the same. Again, 371 days. I could honestly, it's sometimes when I think about it, I ask myself, how did I even do that? How did I sustain every single day, as long as I wake up, I must demand, to the point that at some point I was thinking that the minister would block me on WhatsApp, and but obviously he didn't, because I still see when he reads my message. So from all cylinders, and I must commend and I must thank every one of you who have joined in this campaign on Twitter and Facebook, sharing them. I must say thank you. Thank you very much for the fight we fought. Is now yielding fruit. And one thing I must say also is that let this be the genesis of fighting for our greater nation. Let's no one make the mistake and think, oh, Mazi, you did it because Hadi Sirika is a Fulani man. No, well, it's who cares? But let it be the genesis of fighting for the Igbo nation, in the sense that tomorrow, if he is no longer the one in charge of Enugu International Airport, the aviation industry, tomorrow it could be that one of our own becomes. I pity that individual that would become the next minute, because now there is a template. And this one, we will fight the fight with the individual, is going to be much more harder than, at some point one had to fight and look back. But if it's one of our own, we no longer sleep on duty as we did before, because I can tell you we slept on duty before. We slept. I blame myself as well for not being alive to my responsibilities then. But now I'm alive to my responsibility. That means the state governors, the the ministers that are dealing with critical infrastructures would have us to contend with. And I see someone asking about the Anambra International Cargo Airport. I said I haven't been to Anambra International Cargo Airport. I have tried, but it wasn't possible. The only thing I say is I do not understand why it has become like going to the dens of the DSS or to the Secret Service, that it becomes like a nuclear site that you can't go to. Femi Kayode was in Anambra International Airport, Umueri. He came out and he told us, oh, I was there and I saw this. There was no single picture that came out with Femi. Ask yourself why. I saw a video of Allen Onyama. I wanted to do a video about it, but because I'm so occupied with Enugu, Anambra can wait. Let's sort out Enugu first. Then we can try again, see if the Anambra government would allow us access to to Anambra. But if they don't, I promise you, once Enugu is sorted out, I promise you, I will definitely get you videos. They've sent me videos, they've sent me pictures, but you should know me by now. I don't necessarily use videos and pictures, because if I do, of the one they sent me, they would be probably like a propaganda, because obviously they want want me to say one thing or the other. But we will get there, and I mean, trust me on that one. He's my governor. Obviously, he has already failed for me, because that airport was to be delivered April 22nd, 2020. Now we are in August and they are barely starting. I was told that rapid work is going, but I'm kind of taken aback why Allen Onyama would talk about Anambra Airport without picture. Femi Fani Kayode came down, went there. We saw in Calabar, we saw in Akwa Ibom, we saw in Nasarawa the areas Femi went to. Cross River, we saw the things the governor, Professor Ayade is doing, Ben Ayade is doing. There are pictures. He was walking around, and I asked myself, why can't Obiano allow Femi Kayode to his pictures to be taken at that site so that we can see? Why must one have to suffer to go there in order to get those pictures? But if that is the way they want to do it, that is the game they want to play, I will play that game with them. I mean, when before the elections of 2000, before the elections, I think that was in 2018, when the federal government was lying, when work has not progressed at the second Niger bridge. They were lying to us just for campaign. I was the only person that was able to get there and get out the pictures and tell the world the pictures you saw, because I remember Cable NG, Cable NG, News Express, whatever, about four online papers published it, until I went there and I said, people, Nalayo, Siamo, I can see only pillars, 6 in Anambra side, 6 in Delta side. I see nothing. But today, as I speak to you, one section of that road now has, one section of that bridge now has, road on it. Work is ongoing. And that's what it is. We just have to hold government to account. It changes nothing. It's just that I want the infrastructures, I want the infrastructures within my region to improve. That's all. Better life. I'm not asking you for money, but I'm saying if you say you're going to do this for us, please do it. After all, someone promised us that second Niger bridge will be done before 2014. If he doesn't, he will go on exile. Is he on exile today? No, he's not. Anyway, on that note, I will say this is it. Let me take some questions. If you like the video, if you're excited as myself, for those of you that's just joining me now, can you please, because I showed videos of that airport, I'm not going to show it again, but you can go back and watch it from the beginning again. Let me take some of your questions and see if I can answer them. Then I would, call it a day. I have a question, or if you want to call. Oh no, if I open the phone line now, you guys don't want me to go again. So let me probably leave the phone line out, please. Because I know if I start the phone line, it's always an issue. I might be sleeping now because it's been a busy day for me. I might be sleeping and people are still ringing me. So let me thank you very much for those of you giving me thumbs up. First, YouTube algorithm likes it when someone is doing a live stream and you're liking what that individual is doing. That's all. What it does is the algorithm helps for the videos to be shown to others. That means you like it. Someone who also maybe likes some video with you, it can show so that others will know what is happening. And here we will give you more information tomorrow as the Enugu Airport. I said it already. Someone is calling me. Sorry, whoever is calling me, hold on. Let me take comments from here so that I don't ignore those. I know you're listening to me, but whoever is calling, oh, smash. Whoever is doing this, I like that when that goes like fireworks. When you do the like, ooh, that's like smash it there, boys. Oh, thank you all. So let me see. Jude Molo, Moje. Mazezok, I don't. Okay, hold on. Let me take this. What's your comment? Mazezok, I don't think about what people say. You are doing a great job. May God bless you abundantly. Thank you very much. Oh, Los Angeles. Oh, Thank you. I think Los Angeles, the next time when the COVID is lifted and when flights start coming from Enugu, if people need to get me, you don't have nkwacha, maybe you get me one, I don't drink champagne anyway. Champagne, they are too expensive. Maybe, anyway, you can get me champagne though. Okay, thank you very much. Um, okay, you see the thing here. I have Biafran son. He say, useless people praising your oppressor who set on the destiny of many. Oh dear. Stating the facts doesn't mean you're praising your oppressor, my friend. Biafran son or whatever you call yourself. Stating the facts doesn't mean. In Igbo, you see, my ancestors were so wise that they foreseen events before they even happen. That's why they have so much proverb for everything. As my great mentor Chino Achebe will say, proverb is the palm oil with which words are eaten. That's why they say that na ekene onye akịdị ọgwọta ọzọ. What Buhari has done bụ na ọgwọta akịdị, kene ya ka ọgwọta ọzọ. So we can now ask him this one. If you do comparative analysis, I don't want to start saying it in a singing. If you do comparative analysis where Enugu Onitsha Expressway is today, ebe ọ nọ 4 years ago, ejirila atụrụla ọnwụ. Inwe ike na America na-ekwu, I drive on this road, I cover them, I know which section. I'm on which I know sections. Eme concrete like in Ebonyi. Before, if you're driving from Enugu to Umaya, before Okigwe, I had to stop. I had to record it. It was an unbelievable sight. And that, for Monwa, that is the way roads ought to be. Because if the roads are done properly, the way Dave Umahi is doing in Ebonyi, our roads would not be this bad. And this, sorry, the caller you can call back again. Sorry, let me take. Okay. Again, Biafran son, I disagree with you 1,000,000%. In this case, is not a case of oppression or not oppressing, but is a case of the system the system on its own entirely not working. I have said it here consistently. There is no way, and it doesn't make sense that the federal government should be in charge of airport. Yes, the content, that is the individuals working there, the customs, the immigrations, should be federal immigrations. But the airport, both the building and the collection of taxes, should not be a federal government affairs. That means if I want to build 50-kilometer runway airport, that should be my business if I can afford it. But not the federal government, as in this case, that it will not appear that we are thanking someone. It's just because of the way and manner the structure is. That's why, you make a statement of fact, it appears you're begging someone. No, I'm not begging. No, you're not begging, but you make a statement of fact. You compare what was there before and what is there now. That's just being fair and being objective. If your sense of fairness is that you only have to criticize, and offer no tangible solution, then sorry, I can't join you in that line of thinking. Okay, again, I've read. I'm not. What's it called? Jude Moloku said, "I'm not praising the government, but Mazezoku, who is doing all this on his own." Yeah, it's the person saying I'm praising. Has he praised me? I don't need your praises, honestly. I'm doing something, my conviction. It's just my conviction. And I want to use the opportunity anyway. Now I'm on it, I'm still on Enugu. For those of you that have donated to the Mama Alum, Veronica Ngene, for those of you that have donated, please, I thank you very much. I acknowledge every single one of you. I would be giving you updates. Now we are closing up to £1,000, and that's roughly, by the time GoFundMe takes their own commission, the money is over 500,000 already, and it's only for this channel. Thank you very much for that intervention. So Hello, caller. Who am I speaking to? This is Mazezoke speaking.
My name is Tony Wachuku. I'm calling from California.
Okay. Wachuku, good day.
Yeah, God bless you. I spoke with you some 2 days ago, and regarding the woman that was displaced at Nene.
Okay.
You're going to hear from us definitely within a shortest moment. The question I have regarding the Enugu airport is about the night landing.
Mm-hmm.
What about that?
Well, the night landing is it's not only the light, it's a compassing system that includes the ILX, that is the instrument landings systems that can guide an aircraft, even on autopilot. So that is already installed. An instrument landing system was, if you remember, on the 4th of January when the minister went there, that they installed it between, during the Christmas time anyway. So the night landing, part of the runway lightening that ought to be installed, according to Chris, who is the monitoring that project, says that will be installed between September and October. And that's what I said at the beginning. I said I thought by tomorrow I'll hands off and said to the great Igbo nation, I've done my job. But my job is still not yet done until two things happens. That is installed and we get a certification category 2. When this two is done, then I can say Enugu au revoir.
Okay, that's beautiful.
Well, as in here follow for for if we can wait 371 days and this thing is being manufactured in Germany, thank God, not China. Let's the Germans don't fail. I'm one of them, so we don't. We keep our promises. That's where we are trained.
Okay, the thing is, what else can we say? Everything in Nigeria, we keep thanking God, but we just pray that things will be in order because Nigeria claims to be a developed country or powerful country.
No. Nigeria is not a developed country. Sorry.
So, no, but that's what the politicians say.
No. Nigeria is no.
Any developed or developing
No,
country.
Nigeria is a developing nation.
Yeah. No matter the
Developed nation. Developed nation that doesn't have light. That one not developed.
It's only because some of them who come over here buy houses, they know there is no light in Nigeria. When they come here, they behave very well. If you see them, you won't even know they are coming from Nigeria. They become good boys. Now, but notwithstanding, every country that has good leadership, no matter the political party that comes up, it doesn't really matter. What happens is that development has been fixed up to 100 years ahead. So any party that comes up, you don't say, this is this region, these people voted for me. No, that's rubbish. Anyone who comes over to the power, construction goes on. Already built road is being maintained. We come to the front of where I live here, they paint the road, they remove, they put another one, even when the road is still good, because you don't wait for the road to go back before you fix. So talking about the airport and the road, this, that, any little thing, you see the governor. See, why I'm not happy with Enugu State governor, to be honest with you, when they build toilets, they come and post it on the social media. You don't celebrate project anywhere in the world. What are you celebrating?
Anyway, please, let's.
I wanted the situation whereby our people should learn the lesson to criticize the government no matter what. It is done. It's not a bad thing. And then we caution them. They will know that people are watching them because someone is campaigning to be in power. When you come to the power, you put security up and down. It doesn't look.
Let's not. My brother, thank you very much. Let's not deviate here. I mean, honestly, I'm not. This is not necessarily to begin to cast aspersions on the Enugu state government. It could something for another program could be done for another day. Okay, but for now, it's strictly for the Enugu International Airport update. Okay, So I must appreciate you once more. Thank you for your call, and thank you for agreeing to help Mama for her relocation. So I believe that we are a great people. We will definitely make that happen. Thank you once more. Thank you for your call. Have a wonderful day. So, let me see. Um, I need to get to this because I read it. I laughed. I think two people here. SMDH says no. Okay, not SMDH. Okay, Uchenna Fred said Anambra International Cargo Airport Umeri will be ready early next year. Chief Allen Onyama has confirmed it. It is that Anambra Airport will be first in Nigeria. Na onye Hausa ka a sotoro gbaa ya, ọ sị na otoro gbaa ya ka ọ fụ n'anya. When Obiano was campaigning for second tenure re-election and people from Vietnam was brought in, told that they were Chinese, I put my reservations then. Even the director of ABS, Uche Nwora, the one that conducted that interview, in his office in Oka, I had a bet with him. I said, Uche Nwora, this airport will not be ready in 4 years. He said, Uche was my, contemporary in Germany then. So I said to him, this airport cannot be ready. We had a bet, and I've won that bet because in 4 years. And Uche said, no, the airport will be ready in 2 years. I said, okay. I honestly, I want the airport to be ready. But here, haven't I won the bet? Now, someone, Uche Fred, is telling me that the airport will be ready January, early next year. I want it to be. Again, you've missed the target. The target was to be ready in April 2020. You've missed the target. If it's going to be ready April 2021, it's still fine. Now, see where I have issues. David Udoka now says this. Anambra state government don't want to expose the airport project for security reasons. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? What is good for the goose is good for the ganja. If me, Mazezoke, criticize the federal government when they seized my camera for reporting on Second Niger Bridge, if I was asking the federal government, what were you hiding in Second Niger Bridge that you don't want us to come and show the world what you're doing? If you're doing a fantastic job, in the same vein, that was federal government, that was Buhari, that was Fashola. If I turn the table, I'll ask Anambra State government, what are you hiding in Umueri that you don't want people to come and see? Seeing is believing. I wouldn't say much again, but on Anambra Airport, I know some of you have been sending messages, but I will say this again, and please stop sending me messages on Anambra Airport. I will, is a promise, I will within the next week or thereabout, and get to that point. Fine, we will find a way. We will find a way. We'll get there. And if I see that's the thing. I'm from Anambra. I don't have any personal qualms. The only thing I have is I'm in project. I'm a project manager. Therefore, I only think project. I only want things to be done right. I have my timelines. People who watch understand what I mean. If you have your your project plan, you have your work breakdown structure, you put in your timelines, you have your deliverables. My only issue is and that's the same issue I had with Hadisirika with this airport. If you said this is going to last 3 months, by the time you know that it's not going to be 3 months, they are going to overshoot. My project thinking is, who is the project manager? Of course, where is your risk report? Tell me that we are going to miss time. That's fine. You inform the people. That's why we are stakeholders. You watching me now, the only reason why you're watching me is because you are a stakeholder in Enugu, not because you don't have something else to do. So the stakeholder management is lacking. The same applies to Anambra State Airport. Anambra State Airport, apparently people ask questions. Why wouldn't I ask questions? An airport you told us that will cost $2 billion to build a metropolis, and that Anambra State is bringing land. Suddenly, Anambra State is bringing money, and we want us to keep quiet. No, now, no be so that they govern. Come on. Okay, and schoolboy, I said, please, Buhari is dead. Can you tell? Nah, sorry, I must laugh. Say Buhari is dead. Oh dear, I like this Jubilee theory. Buhari is dead. Now you kill her. Buhari died 2000. Now, no, the funny because make not leave me hand. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Obi Ebuka Mazizoke doesn't mean that Obiano puts blocking people. Well, you don't need to ask me, Ebuka from Abuja, you don't need to ask me these questions. You've seen them defending it already. Fred is telling you that the reason why they, but on a serious note, you can't go there. There is security that doesn't allow you to. But what I was expecting is, even if when they block me, when they see my camera, we've actually played with the idea of flying in with drones, but I mean, the drones could be shut down. Um, and sadly, we don't have a live Google map that you can probably stay in your computer to. Because if it were somewhere in Europe, you could have done that because obviously the maps are updated frequently. But in Nigeria, the maps, maybe the last map I saw of my town and community, or Oka, is about 3 years old. So they are dated. You don't update them that frequent. But the question, I am not accusing him of anything. Please get me right. What I'm only saying is, what could be the reason why there is so much security at the Anambra airport that they don't want us to report on it? I don't have the answers. If you don't want us to come in, but you can also publish and make these videos, verifiable. When you send only pictures, for me, it sends a bad signal. If Femi Fani Kayode had the privilege to go to that airport, just like the things Ayede is doing in Cross River, the only thing we needed was maybe 2 minutes clip, see Femi Kayode walking around, just like the way I've shown you Enugu Airport this evening, Enugu Airport runway. And I've been showing you Enugu Airport. When many of you didn't even know how the Enugu, I was the only person that was able to get out a comprehensive 16 minutes video of Enugu, the carousel, the what's it called, the conveyor belt, and even the same thing I did with Port Harcourt to get you all. Because I mean, why should we put this? We do airport reviews. People do sit down, write airport reviews. There was a time Port Harcourt International was the worst airport in the world, not Nigeria, not Africa, in the whole wide world. Port Harcourt Airport, because they were using trampoline. They were using canopies. You just thinking that people were idiots. No respect for human life. Imagine someone comes in at the Port Harcourt International Airport, then a child flying from Europe, and say, "Mommy, I want to wee." Believe me, there is nowhere to wee. There is nowhere to wee. So you see kids, sometimes they will go near the distance, their mommy will tie, some of them that had shower, spread the shower for the baby to, what if the child wants to do the big business? Would the child still put there? You go to the toilet, self, the child, given the wee will just go back again, because a child that was born in Europe and has known that you go to toilet, is clean, you flush it, and it comes down there, is in canopy. That's what we demand. We demand to be treated right. We demand to be treated fair. We demand, and the sad part is the stupidity of the leaders is also that they do something like that and they still use it. And they just come in now because they are VIP, they just zoom off. For how long? What I normally do then is whenever I fly into Port Harcourt internationally, there is this restaurant. Before I get my bag, if I want to use the toilet, there is one, I think it's called Genesis or whatever, that is across. We just go into Genesis. buy something and use the toilet. That's all. But that's not the way it ought to be, because the toilet there is so messed up. Anyway, that's a story for another day, people. Let me take more comments. Oh dear, more comments are coming in. Christopher Kuka, Mazes, okay, you are one in a million. Thanks for keeping us posted. We should stop mentioning Buhari. He's no more. I think part of it. Honestly, I found it. Sorry, but I can't stop laughing because I found it amusing to say that Buhari is. Sorry. Oh dear. Oh dear. Um, what's it called? Schoolboy said, "Of course, we have to face reality. It's not joking matter. We all know that if he's not dead, he should come out under stress." Well, for your information, Buhari had a meeting yesterday with former heads of state. I think Goodluck Jonathan was there. So you think Goodluck Jonathan be meeting there? You guys. Oh, pardon me. Sorry. Laugh. I think I'm laughing too much. I'm already sweating. This Buhari is dead. I think that's. I'll put it this way. It's it's. Let's not take it serious. Anyway, I'll put it that way. Let's not take it serious. Okay, people. On that note, okay, let me take one or two comments more. Where is the sense in building an airport in Ebonyi? Where is the sense? Okay, you have you have you have Google. Search for the distance between Heathrow Airport and London City Airport. Search for the distance between London City Airport to Luton. Search for the distance between Luton Airport to Stansted. I'm talking about only England. Then search for the same distance to Gatwick Airport. We're talking about 5 airports. 5 airports, sorry, clustered in the same area. They all serve their own purpose. There is every sense. I've argued this in so many forums. I am one of those that believe that Ebonyi needs an airport. I am one of those that believe that Anambra needs an airport. It creates employment. It gives you options. It crashes price. Right? Sometimes you want to fly into London and Heathrow, maybe because of their tax. People who live in England want to fly to Spain. If you live closer to Gatwick, it's cheaper. Heathrow might be taking £150 to Barcelona. Gatwick with EasyJet might take £90 return. So each one of the airports serve their own purpose. I think, honestly, I don't buy this idea that we don't. Now we have these airports. I believe if the airports are functional, what we then need to do is to have light rail and rail system. Some of you, we've argued, some say, oh, the rails is an exclusive list. Of course, I know I'm not ignorant of that. But that is an exclusive list is not the reason why we shouldn't think. Think outside the box how we can. I've said this multiple times that we can. One of the things we can do is we can challenge this in court, or we be smart if indeed we are serious. And it's very simple. Anambra can start from Onitsha, build their own light rail that will get to Amansi. Between Enugu State and Anambra, you build at that boundary, you build an interchange. You call the Anambra one the Yellow Line. Enugu picks up 9th mile, 1 to Nsukka, Sport to Airport, Sport to, what's it called? Ebonyi. After a minute, Ebonyi boundary. Call that the Green Line. You build an interchange. Ebonyi picks up the same thing, connects to Abia. You call that the Blue Line. So I want to see and I want to be part of those that would campaign for that when we have this here, the boundary between state A and state B, and both of us agreed to build an interchange. I want see how federal government will say you can't build an interchange. We have to think outside the box, people. I mean, this argument that this is an exclusive list, I think is self-defeatist. And that's why, again, I keep saying it, going back to the 1963 Constitution that was jettisoned by the military, because under the regional arrangement, I mean, these things were, inherently possible. So let's get back to something that would allow us to develop to our own pace, not this suffocating federal structure that we have today. Oh, so people, your questions are pushing me to go into politics of regional politics, not the airport that I'm talking about. But I mean, it's now the same. Oh, thank you very much. NJ Ken says, Mazi, thank you. You're doing a great job. Thank you very much. I appreciate that as well. If you can just give the video a like. I think I have 223 people watching and only 50 likes and 6 dislikes. Those disliking the video, if you change your mind, I will appreciate that as well. Yes, just like it. It doesn't cost. You're not paying me, but it doesn't cost. But we can make it more fun and interactive if you just hit the like button. I mean, I like it, and that helps everyone as well. Because oh, that was match 6 at once. Thank you very much for that. And Christopher Cooker, Maz is okay. You are okay. Thank you. Now I think I've taken that before. Mike Namoko says, "Laugh out loud." I don't know what you're laughing for, or what you, or maybe you're laughing for the Jubrim. Sorry, I won't say that again, because that whenever I say that Jubrim, it cracks me up. It makes me really, really laugh, because I find it so funny that in this time and age, some of us still. Sorry, pardon me. Oh dear. Okay. Igbo girl says any empty space and useless runway can be called airport instead of doing good roads. Well, Tony Wachuku, in America, airport is every city though. Yeah, I mean, even if in America, I fly. Listen, sometimes it was so confusing that I want to fly into Washington. I actually booked my flight. I told my in-law that was going to pick me. I think I booked Baltimore, and no, sorry, I booked Dallas, AA whatever it's called. I booked Washington, Dallas, and I landed in BYW. Right now, what's the distance? What's the distance to the other former American? Is it Kennedy Airport or whatever? I mean, there are airports everywhere. People, we need to think big. We need to think big. Many of you see, these are things that can make people to relocate. Because listen, when somebody lives in America or lives in Europe, and he knows that in the next 5.5 hours he can leave Amsterdam, leave London, leave Frankfurt, leave Paris, and come down, or leave London and come down in Enugu in 5.5 hours. The person who is willing to, because when people come in and they interact, that's when they think about investment opportunities. If not, the only thing they will be reading is, oh, that our streets are overrun, people are being kidnapped. But sometimes you come back and you sit in Toscana in Enugu and they play this high life. They play there, man. I like it. And you're there drinking your palm wine. Come on, life is good. Actually, it's the southeast is the best place you can enjoy yourself. Sorry if you're watching me, you're not from the Igbo nation, but I'm sorry I can't help you. But that's the place I want to be. That's why I'm so crazy about this, development, because they need to happen. We need to be at a par with others. Many of us who work internationally, we travel all the world, we see what's happening. You come back here. It's the only nation that I know that goes back. If I leave Enugu today, if I come back 2 months later, what I've seen working before is no longer working. I know when we used to, when we used to be in New Haven, I can't even drink the water, coming from the tap. I can't even use my thumb to close the tap because it was coming from such ferocity. Even the taps that were done then were done better. The plumbings were better. They used metal plumbing. There is no water leakages. But here you can barely finish your house. If you ever make a mistake of building house in Nigeria and plaster it before you test your water, you a friend made a mistake and even did POP before. He had to knock water soaking all everywhere in the wall just because things are going down. We must somehow, by opening our space, I hope it's going to help us to open our brain as well, so that we see that the world is leaving us behind. We're actually maybe 80 to 100 years behind. So for us to play this catch up, we must aggressively, like it's been done in Ebony State. Hate Dave Omahi, like him. Man, that guy is my best governor infrastructure wise. There are other things you can accuse him of, but the quality of road that he does, he's like my kind of person. Listen, I want to do something that even if when I'm dead, in the next 50 years, people can still ride on this road. It's, man, this man did it. Why is it that we still talk about this Samba? Why is it that we still talk about M.I. Okpara? Why is it that anytime you remember Oju Zokal, you want to get into the computer and slap him? You can see the difference. Why is it that today in Southwest they still talk about Tawo because he was here, it was all encompassing. The things he built, the first television he's built, he's been converted into NTA now. Some other time, some group sent me some campaign that they want to take it back from the federal government because these are men that had something. But sadly, what we have today are only siren blaring leaders. They only know how to blare siren and run you over. See you in keke, they just think you are nobody and want to just, I don't know, but we can do better than what we're doing. So I take a couple of comments more than I call it a day. Maz is okay. Let me take this one. Don Petomi Unini. Wallahi, this name is uh-huh. Unin, Unini or Unini. Unini or Unini. I don't want to Englishnize it, but I hope is what it is. Unini. Man says, okay, why are you people delight in suffering yourself? My brother, go out to call for our sovereign state of Biafra so that we can build it. Call it an international airport in called an international airport in city. No one is denying you anything, and no one says that you will not fight it. But it's when you are in a struggle that takes years. I think that's what we sometimes misunderstand. I had where people, I will say this, I had where people told me, don't worry, you have a sovereign state on, they said it's 29th of October. And again, just like I laughed at the Jubrin nonsense, I laugh at this one as well. So I say, it means you do not have any iota of idea what it means to get a state. For you to believe for 1 second that by the 29th of October, you're going to have a new nation, I'll leave it at that. I'll take more. Maz is okay. You can't compare economy of Southeast England to Igbo nation. Why? Please, why? Can you tell me? OC or Joe, whatever. Can you tell me why I can't? Southeast England. Do they have more land than us? Yes. Are they more populated than us? No. So why can't I? Do they have two heads? No. We have greater population than they do, and you're telling me we can't compare. I don't. I mean, oh, people, come on. Mazi, can you start doing programs on achievement of each? Honestly, it's been on my mind. One thing I actually want to do is to do a comparative analysis of states, but the challenge I do have is I want to I want it to be based on an empirical argument, not just, oh, I see road here. I just want, if let's say, I want to develop a framework. Again, it's I can only do much. I'm an individual, in as much as I have people that work within the, but I can do much. But something I want to do, to have a structure around it, so you can say, if we want to know a governor that has much potholes, do you have volunteers? See, the challenge is some people do not understand that you can hold government account by the way you engage. Because if we have people that can report on potholes, I asked, about 3 weeks ago, people in Aba to send me pictures of Aba, 1 minute, 2 minutes video. And if they send it, the first 10 people that will send me, they will get 1,000 each. On Twitter, it's still there. And nobody from Aba sent me that. Now, should I risk my life just to drive into Aba if I have people in Aba who live in Aba? Isn't it something? I'm willing to, I'm not paying them, but at least give them a token. But ordinarily, I don't need to give you kobo to do your job and hold your state accountable. Brother, when you talk about Aba, somebody say, oh no, Aba is not as you paint it to be. Now, show me the real video of Aba with yourself in it. This is me. Show me. Oh, this is me. Yeah, 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 show me. But nobody's willing to. But you want good governance. Everybody just fold their arms. When I say these things, for 371 days I've just dedicated to this airport. Nothing happens for nothing. Whoever is, you know, at some point I think the minister probably would dislike me, because all he wants to do is just, he's never seen a project he does. Somebody wakes up every day and reminds him of that project every single day for 371 days. Who does that? But for us to have a better Igbo nation, people, we must at the same time help ourselves. If we have dedicated people free of charge, the same way I do, that can take their time to report on their localities. There was a time, I think 2 years ago, it was in the budget, the Nnewi Amici Oga road was in the budget. Followed it up, I printed it out, I gave it to all the traditional rulers there. I mean, these are your subjects. Call them, ask them why. But how many of them did anything? There is so much you can do. We have to start asking, we have to start taking responsibilities for ourselves. Anyway, that's on it. What's it called? Chukudi, Chuku. That's on it. So I think at some point, I hope I'll get around doing it. And Mazi should try to construct good roads, and Mazi, they should try and construct good. Of course, they should try and construct good road. Najet Bullet says he is in UAE. All the 7 states has their own airports. Oh, I think you say here in UAE. Yes, I agree with you. But here in Nigeria, or in our place, yeah, we argue against development. No, let them, obviously, when I look at Asaba, actually, Asaba is underutilized. Oh, Asaba is underutilized. And you must develop a vision that will elevate from a present position as a progressive people and can't afford to sell ourselves short. Bagam, I agree with you. Who said that actually? That is Nwamaze Maduike. Thank you very much for that. Wonderful. Um, sorry. Anytime. Okay. This is your comment. Okay. They are covering the fraud. Okay, no comment. Uche M. One name okay from Iceland. Uche. Mazi, thank you very much for the update. Thank you very much, Uche, thank you for joining me. Mazi, you're doing okay. Thank you very much. And I have S.A. Charles, one. Look, come from Ireland in the Caribbean with a population of 110. I think this is gonna 110 with a population of 110 people, and we have 2 airports. There you go. 110 is not 110, 110,000, not up to 120,000. In Anambra, Old Agwata Olumbo alone, is over that. And here we are arguing about a 6 million people shouldn't have an airport. 6 million. Singapore, don't know. Luxembourg, how many? Forget. We got to think big. I think I don't know. It's it's um it's you know I think I'm one of those that wouldn't argue against. Here we have Maz is okay. You're doing a marvelous. Oh, Allah! See the way you spell my name, huh? Maz Evoke. My name don't change. Yo. You say na Maz Evoke. Now why they evoke me now? David Udoka Leo says, please encourage our people in diaspora to be using Eastern Seaport. Actually, I will do a video on that. I said it. We posted something here on the Njenje media. People were calling me names. People were calling us names, saying that we are lying. And again, I don't. Some of us, our ignorance is legend. When I say legend, in fact, it can actually wear a masquerade. You see, Maersk is a private company. Now they're telling you that if you bring your container from China or from America, at least I checked because I import from New Jersey, they can send it to Onitsha. And some of us are arguing. I'm like, nah, wow. It's not about arguing, and you see, that's the thing. We must differentiate hate, and fact. That you don't like somebody doesn't. This is what we've been clamoring for so long. How does he move? The route is there. First of all, he leaves America or China, he gets into One. He puts your container into a smaller batch and brings it to Onitsha. And you're saying it's a lie. Do it now, let's see. And you're saying it's a lie. I don't have anything to do. If not, I mean, God has buttered me bread. If I import a car, the craze to go to Lagos. If you bring the car, if now let me see any custom that will come and stop me in my own Onitsha where I was born. Nah, I'm gonna go trouser there. Eh? But Lagos, you just make it yourself to bring your car down. They will charge you 70,000. This one you don't need to. I don't charge me. I'll drive it myself. I'll go to the wharf, drive it to my village. That's it. I drive myself anyway. By the way. So that one is done. Is done. Thank you so much for campaign. This airport is if we okay people. Imad Geoffrey says all the saboteurs will continue to doubt Biafran freedom, but they will be shocked. We will be free, but not 29th of October. If you want to bet, I don't want you to lose your money. I only bet with one keg of palm wine with you. I know you will lose. I am 1,000,000% sure. So don't get deceived, please. Let's get serious. I mean, it's not a kidding. It's not a kidding. Let's not kid with something as serious as that, please. Imagine for anyway. I think people are replying him, so I don't need to bother myself. Master, please, can you throw a little light? Can you throw a little light concerning the current situation of Enugu Airport? Sorry, Chuku Emeki, I can't do that. When I finish this video, please, I will ask you to start at the start at the beginning. I'd already given us update 8 minutes video of that airport that was recorded today. So I can't repeat that again. Sorry. You have to, after this, you go back at the beginning and you can watch that. So, everyone, thank you very much. And sorry, Victor Benson says you ignored my question. Sorry, can you remind me, Victor Benson? I don't want you to go home thinking I honestly I didn't. But Masbiko, is it true that ship landed in Onitsha? No, they are okay. It's planned. I think they had a test run. Now it's planned that ship will start landing in Onitsha, not the massive cargo ship. But it doesn't matter. All you want is your container too. They do it in other countries, so why not here? So, who said I ignored? Victor Benson, I didn't see your. Please, can you repost your question, please? I beg you. Eastern Seaport here. Yes, the Eastern Seaport is here, or the Onitsha Wharf, as it is called. Um, Seems as if people are promoting the development of airport ahead of power and water. People are not, but power and water. Why you can't build airport for yourself, but at least you can drill your own borehole. You can dig your own tank, underground tank, and collect water and send them down and use. That's what we do in Abiyan. Or you can, water and electricity has alternative. You and I can provide that for ourselves. But what here I'm doing is the things we cannot do and the things we don't have alternative. I'm not for any 1 second saying that water and the other ones are not, that they are not important as well. Of course they are, but also there is alternative for people that use generator. People use solar, and again, it's the airport. You need to have you need to equally understand the history behind it. The airport has a long history of the way it was closed and the way we've been treated with that airport, right? That's why we talk about it. Victor Benson, you ignored my question. Please, can you repost that? Maz, the reason everyone is doubting Eastern Seaport was some people put fake. My brother, there is nothing here to I don't know. I want to okay for the benefit of those doubting about Eastern Seaport. Let me do this. Yes. Okay. Ship from New Jersey. I don't know. So let me see if I can show you New Jersey to Onitsha. If I'm able to get that while I'm doing that, oh, Victor Benson says, okay, I think your question is the financing of the airport. The airport was financed by budget. It wasn't any Chinese loan. The Enugu International Airport repair was financed by um, extra budgetary allocation. So I don't know where the federal government found the money. When Abuja was repaired, they took the money from the Federal Ministry of Agriculture. But now, honestly, I would be lying to you if I knew where Buhari got that money from. But somehow they were able to get the money extra, outside the budget, basically. So if that was your question, sorry, I didn't ignore you, but that's it. Okay. Um, Joe Blake, if I can show you the current situation of Enugu on the Expressway, that will be another day. And I won't kill me. If I tell you now to donate for me, now you know go do. And I will not die. But it's fine. I will do, but I will do on a different date, right? I'll find time to do that. Who announced the said date you're talking about? Well, you can Google the date. So you don't even know who announced it, and you're defending it. So, boy, yeah. Oh dear. Okay, I meant to do half an hour, but here we are, an hour 29 minutes. Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you for your wonderful time. You all been. No, don't worry. I don't need money. If you want to donate, I'm doing a GoFundMe for the mama. I can put her link for her GoFundMe here. I think that's the last thing I'll do. For the woman, for the mother who, or rather the widow whose house was demolished in Enugu, and we are trying to either build a new property for her or relocate her. So either way, so far, we've done a GoFundMe and people are donating actually. And I must use the opportunity to thank every single person that have donated to her cause. If you want to, the last person that donated was, I think, is Solomon Wachuku, £152, I think. So, and this is the link here in the chat box for those of you that might want to be of help. So, I don't need money. So, but if you want to help, whatever I do them because I can afford them. I do them because God has provided for me to do them. But if you want to be generous and you want to help, that is the only way I can ask you to help. Help this grandmom. She had six children, four died. The story is so pathetic. If you go to that page to donate, if you click on this link, you see a video there. The video when her house was demolished and how everything is done to her, and that's a sad one. And that's one thing. My greatest issue with the Enugu state government is this, because how can you demolish a widow's house? You didn't have any plans to relocate her. You demolished the graves, and I said, I repeat that again. It is a crime against humanity to have taken her land without compensation, to have destroyed the four graves, the graves of her husband, the four children that died, and you destroyed everything without relocation. Now, we know when Heathrow was to be constructed, there was a time people were protesting in England because of ants, aroro, ants, that they need this species of ants need to go. Some people started demonstrating because of birds. They said there are some birds that need to be rehoused. But here we are, if somebody's ancestral village house was demolished, no compensation paid. And we say we are a great, again, anyway, it's not the story for today, but the truth is I would eventually come up to other video. I'll find time to do a video that's going to be a live video where I will show you. You can go to this website yourself and check them. Um, if containers are now coming into Onitsha, it's up to you. I'm not the government spokesperson, but I'm basically telling you the things I'm excited about happening. It's taking time, but now they are happening. You know, they are happening. And again, whoever makes it happen, just say thank you to that person. And that's all. It's not too much to it. On that note, I will say thank you very much. If I stay here, you people are you've been a very fantastic audience. That if I stay here, it will not finish. Okay? Please, 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 I say good night. I love you. Mwah.